And joining us now here in the studio, Karen Thorne-Stone. She is President and CEO of the Ontario Media Development Corporation, and it's nice to welcome you to TVO.
Thanks for the invitation.
So in case people don't know, what do you do?
Well, the Ontario Media Development Corporation is an economic development agency. We're in place to bolster economic activity in Ontario's creative industries, so magazines, book publishing, music, and all of our screen-based industries.
You've done well lately, and we're going to share some of the numbers with our viewers right now, because between the years 2000 and 2007, Ontario's creative industries grew 38%, whereas the rest of the economy only grew by 17%. Ontario book publishers bring in revenues of $1.4 billion a year, more than 1,000 digital media companies in the province, up from 600 10 years ago. And Ontario's 2011 film and television industry contributed almost $1.3 billion to the economy. That's its best year ever. So give us a sense about how much those numbers contribute to the overall health of Ontario's economy.
Well, they're huge contributors to the health of our provincial economy. Together, the cluster contributes $12 billion each year to the GDP in Ontario. And that means these are sectors that are bigger than mining, bigger than agriculture, bigger than the energy sector even.
Film and television, you got almost more than $1.25 billion from film and TV that comes from Hollywood and homegrown. How much do we depend on them? How much on what's going on here?
We have a huge domestic industry, and that's been growing steadily over the years. So we're really pleased, in fact, that 70% of all of the film and television activity in Ontario is domestic activity, which means the foreign production is an important part of the ecosystem, but it's certainly not all that we're relying on here.
Now, when our dollar was trading at 65 cents US, that was a huge advantage to have them come up here and do their stuff here. Not the case anymore. So what's the big advantage now?
The phones are still ringing. Yeah, we've done a good job, I think, at overcoming that sort of discount positioning for Ontario and really communicating the advantages. And we've got a huge range of advantages, right from the pre-production activities in the province, right through post-production and animation and special effects, great talent behind the camera and in front of the camera, and of course, wonderful infrastructure with a number of studios, including Pinewood.
Well, to that end, that's the new place on the waterfront, right? Tell me about that. How much was that, and what are they doing there now?
Well, I've lost track. I think they have 7 or 8 sound stages there now, the largest purpose-built facility that we have in Ontario, and the mega stage is the largest in North America.
So they're getting a bit of work done there.
They had 2 of our largest films ever last year. We had Total Recall shooting here, as well as Pacific Rim.
Many arts and cultural organizations, I don't have to tell you, found the last budget day not to be entirely pleasant. The ROM's going to have less money, Luminato, the festival's going to have less money, AGO's going to have less money. How'd you guys do?
Well, I think we held our own reasonably well. These are industries that have managed to succeed and return remarkable returns on very modest investments from the provincial government. Our programs are always way oversubscribed. We could certainly use lots more money, but we're doing very well with what we've got.
But you did get cut.
We did. We lost a couple of programs.
That's right. I mean, you had a couple of programs that ran out, and instead of keeping them going, they're just letting them run out? Is that the way?
They're letting them run out, and they're encouraging us to find ways to shuffle the deck chairs and ensure that we can still support all of those important sectors.
And the amount of money foregone is how much?
About $5 million.
So $5 million on a 100 and whatever it is now, $25 billion budget is not very much money, but to your corporation, that's real money, isn't it?
It's real money, it's important investment, and it returns very well for the province.
So if you don't have that to offer as an incentive for people to come up here and do their thing, how is it going to adversely affect our economy?
I hope not. We're going to continue investing.
You're being very careful about your answers here. I can tell. I just want you to know that, Karen.
We're doing everything we can with the money that we've got, and as I say, our industries have shown themselves to be remarkably innovative and adaptable. And OMDC has managed to modify and adapt our programs in order to meet the industry needs with the investments that we can afford to make.
It is incredibly competitive out there, though, isn't it? In terms of what carrots every jurisdiction is offering. Come make your TV show, your movie here, right? Do we stack up?
We stack up very well. One of the things that is great about Ontario is that we're stable, we're reliable, there's not a lot of fine print in our various incentives and support tools. That's not necessarily the case in other industries, and we've shown ourselves to be a no surprises, reliable jurisdiction.
But everybody's doing it now, right? I mean, even Louisiana, there are a lot of states in the Deep South that are offering all sorts of tax incentives to come now. Do we have to be even offering more to keep the production going?
We need to demonstrate quality and value, I think, as much as anything. It is a bottom line. These are all bottom line driven industries. There's no question about that. But I think what projects are looking for when they're coming here is to ensure that we're reliable and that they won't have any surprises. And of course, we have such a big portion of our industry that is domestic. We're not relying as heavily on foreign projects to come and work here.
Let me just, one last follow-up on that, because there may be an assumption for people watching us right now that the big film deals all get cut in Los Angeles, that we produce here, but we don't actually make the deals here. Is that accurate?
No. No, I don't think that is accurate. One of the things that Ontario has shown itself to be extremely adept at, actually, is co-productions, working with countries around the world. International co-production is one of our fortes, and a lot of those deals are done right here.
So if we did last year, in a year that was pretty rough on the economy, overall, if we did more than $1.25 billion here in Ontario,
31% increase.
What are you looking at next year?
If I could read the tea leaves, I'd say it looks good. I think it is too soon to judge what's going to happen, but the phones are ringing, the studios are busy, and all of our industries, in fact, are strong and doing well.
So another record year, probably?
I hope so.
Okay, Karen Thorne-Stone from OMDC. Thanks for showing up at TVO today.
Pleasure to be here.
Support Ontario's public television. Donate at tvo.org.